experts use to track hurricanes.
Yeah, they're not done, even though the hurricane season has ended. Now they kind of shift to winter weather. They'll go to the northeast. They'll actually track icebergs in North Atlantic, and then they'll also fly atmospheric rivers that can flood the west coast. So they stay active all year.
That's
Obviously,
cool.
June and November is their primary focus with the hurricanes, but they do all weather.
But you slammed the door shut on hurricane season
We are
last
done.
night.
It is over.
We're done.
Usually kind of settle down by mid-October.
Yeah.
We're usually keeping an eye out into early November, but typically by November we're done, but officially it's over now. So now we're waiting for more cold air, which it's chilly now, but enjoy it while you can because we'll be back into the 70s tomorrow. We've been under mostly clear skies, a little high cloudiness down along the coastline, but otherwise it has been a beautiful day and a very pretty sunset with those high clouds off in the distance. Temperature 57, dew points very dry, 33 degrees. 40% humidity because of the spread of the temperature and the dew point. Winds, though, are out of the east. We'll continue with an easterly wind overnight and into tomorrow, and then becoming more southeasterly later tomorrow and on into the weekend. So today's high of 60, well below the average of 67. By tomorrow, about 72. So we will be above average. And the morning was chilly. Number of locations north of the lake with the low or mid to upper 30s, some patchy frost. South Shore, we were generally in the 40s. We're not going to be quite that cold tomorrow morning. And after a cold morning, we did see a warming trend, which is more what I'd like to feel at the first day of November or December. And while this was below average, at least it felt more like the first day of what we call meteorological winter, December, January, and February, typically being the 3 coldest months of the season for us. Temperatures right now already upper 40s, and we will drop into the 40s, 50s during the overnight period, and maybe some patchy upper 30s to begin the morning tomorrow, but that would be about it. And as we said, we're going to have a much quicker warming trend as we head into the day tomorrow, as well as an unfortunate increase in humidity. Now, dew points the last couple of days where the dew points were in the 70s with that rainfall, we're not going to be getting that high, but it's just not going to have that dry, good feel air mass. It will start to feel more humid, especially later tomorrow night and on into the weekend as our winds light, but starting to favor more of an easterly direction, and that will become southeasterly later tomorrow. The upper trough that brought in the cold weather is now long gone, so we have lost the source of that cold air, what we call a zonal flow, meaning the upper atmosphere is moving from west to east. That typically keeps the cold air north and the warmer air south, and usually allows us to start warming up, and that will be the trend in the coming days. Now, there is a front on the horizon. However, the front is going to probably stall, or if nothing else, just barely move south of us and may bring in a slight drop in temperature by Sunday. But main energy with that front is staying to our north. Another front on the horizon toward the middle of next week. This one, too, looking at some of the longer range models, kind of gets close and then stalls, maybe just moving south of us. So no real cold air in sight for at least the next 7, almost 10 days. We will start to see an increase in cloud cover during the day tomorrow, and no real rain chances with the exception of maybe as that front gets a little bit closer over the weekend, it could help to trigger a few spotty showers. Increasing clouds, especially later in the day tomorrow, and then mostly cloudy for Saturday. Here's that slight chance of a passing shower or two. So if you're going to be headed out to the Tulane game, you might have a little bit of rain around, but it looks like for the most part, rain coverage is 20-30%. So most of us will stay dry as we head into the weekend. Front kind of stalls nearby again. Even if it is able to move south of the coastline, it's not going to be far enough south to really bring us any cooler weather. So we'll have to wait a little while longer for any real cool down. So milder day tomorrow after a chilly morning. So kind of dress appropriately. It'll be the jackets of the morning. You can probably get into shorts in the afternoon. We will be warmer heading into the weekend. Again, maybe a slight drop in our temperatures, but still well above normal for Sunday, Monday, and then a warming trend as we continue into next week.